Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a meal prep for this week's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm starting off with making some homemade carnivore chicken nuggets. The breading for the outside I end up using about 2 cups of pork panko, and then I think this is a tablespoon each of garlic powder, Cavender's Greek all-purpose seasoning, pepper, onion powder, some parsley. I'll also end up adding some salt. I will say use less salt than I did. The pork rinds were not salted. I was surprised to find out, which is why I think I overdid it with the salt. I underestimated how much salt I was using. So it's just like when you fry with flour. You season every aspect of it. You should season your meat, your egg mixture, as well as your breading. So that's 2 pounds of 97% lean ground chicken breast. I added a little bit of liquid Nord chicken bouillon, concentrate, 1 egg, and then I cracked 3 eggs in the bowl for the egg bath, whatever you call it. Salt, garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, and I'll probably do some pepper too in this. There we go. And looked like the rest of my parsley and Cavender's Greek all-purpose seasoning. I also went in with some fresh minced garlic. I like to buy a bag of garlic and put it in my mini food processor and make my own garlic, because I just think garlic tastes disgusting. I can really tell the difference. Now this Isopure plain unflavored protein powder is 0 carb, and I will admit it is expired, but I used it more as a binding agent, and I will say it did work pretty well. I have a crumpled wet piece of parchment paper on my pan, and I did spray it with some butter flavored non-stick spray. Here I'm taking 2 tablespoons of the seasoned chicken mixture. I'm trying to kind of form it into a large chicken nugget, and then I dip it in the egg wash. I kind of shake off any excess egg, and then of course I coat it in the pork panko, and I kind of toss them back and forth just to shake off the excess. Here I'm just showing you guys what the chicken nuggets look like. I would suggest baking these at 375 for 30 to 35 minutes. I definitely overcooked mine, but they did come out delicious either way. I love them. Here I'm starting my burger patties for my dinners. I'm seasoning it with some 4/6 Cowboy Camp Burger, some Kinder's French onion seasoning, garlic powder, salt, and fresh garlic. Now, I'm going to say something because we're halfway through the week when I'm finally doing this voiceover, and I will say I'm learning that fresh garlic, if it's not cooked down before I put it in something, even though I do cook these burgers fully through, it gives me really bad heartburn. So I have a 4-ounce scoop that I got on Amazon when I was doing my meal prep business for work, and I have to say it's actually pretty accurate. I'm kind of surprised that a 4-ounce volume scoop equals 4 ounces in weight because everything has a different density. So here are my 10 burger balls, and I'm just going to let those chill and set up while I make my breakfast. So for breakfast, I'm starting off with some keto almond flour pancakes. I'm really glad I found this recipe online. I can't remember where I found it, honestly. I think that was a 1.5 cups of almond flour, 4 ounces of allulose, a sprinkle of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and some cinnamon. If you know me, you know I kind of change recipes. I'll get a good outline of it, and I kind of just intuitively change it. So I did 1/2 cup of almond milk, 3 eggs, and then we're going to end up doing 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla as well. I really like the cinnamon and vanilla in these. I think they come out delicious, honestly. And I'm glad I made these because it finally gave me an excuse to break out my griddle. So I just kind of spray where I'm going to put the 1/4 cup of batter down on my griddle. I don't want to spray the whole thing and then have the spray burn elsewhere. I like using a spritz of this spray as well. Say that 3 times fast. Because it's much lower calories than using, 1 teaspoon or 2 of butter per batch of pancakes. And yes, they are a little burnt. Something I like about this recipe is flavor-wise, they're very forgiving. I've never been the person that's like, oh yeah, I'll take the burnt pancakes or the burnt toast. I'm really not that person. That's more my mom. But I am still really happy with these. I would definitely make these again, even though they are a little on the burnt side. They don't taste too burnt. Something that I also didn't show you guys is I did put 9 slices of bacon on a baking sheet and stick it in the oven at 400 for about 30 minutes or until they were cooked nice and crispy. Honestly, I wasn't timing a lot of stuff today. And here I'm just doing 8 eggs for my 4 breakfasts. And now I'm building my breakfast trays. So I put the eggs on top of the pancakes. I have a heated lunchbox that has a hot plate on the bottom. And I like to heat my breakfast while I do my overtime in the morning. So I put the eggs on top of the pancakes so they would kind of steam and reheat, but not cook the yolk fully through by being directly on the heat. And I have to say it worked out really well. So now I'm jumping right into cooking these burgers. I did not press them out as much as I did my last meal prep. I think last time they were a little too thin for me. And this time, these have been pretty good actually. Again, honestly, the garlic, I kind of wish I had cooked it a little bit before mixing in, but it is all right. So something I like about my griddle here is it has that little slot to catch all the grease. And if you know me, here we go. I save my grease. I save my animal fats. It saves me money on butter. And I will even end up saving this bacon grease as well. So here I'm just going to put 2 slices of bacon in each breakfast. So each breakfast is 2 pancakes, 2 eggs, and 2 slices of bacon. And if I was hungrier each day, I just had a yogurt with it. Here I'm adding it to my container of bacon fat. And yes, I keep my different fats separated. I'm making my protein ranch to go with my chicken nuggets. I'm going to say something real quick because I'm running out of time. This is way more delicious after it sits for a day or 2. It's a cup of zero-fat cottage cheese, 2 tablespoons of your favorite Caesar garlic dressing, a couple tablespoons of ranch seasoning. Here I'm adding in some of this Good and Gather Parmesan truffle salt seasoning that I have. I added fresh garlic, pepper, and I blended it up. Now, when it's fresh like this, you could really taste the truffle in that seasoning, which I'm not a fan of. And I also added a couple tablespoons of almond milk, and I'm just portioning it out. Thank you guys so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. Anyone that's still here, please leave a fork and knife emoji down below. I really just want to thank each and every one of you for making it this far. Let me know down below what you guys think of this week's meal prep. You saw me do my breakfast, the keto pancakes, eggs, and bacon. My lunches are the chicken nuggets, the carnivore chicken nuggets that I made. I did have one, and I actually forgot to show you what they look like when they came out. They're a little tougher. I overcooked them, honestly. I didn't wear my watch today. I haven't been on my phone. I'm really taking a break from technology besides my TV, to be honest with you. So I really lost track of time. I think I left them in for about 40 to 45 minutes. I meant to do 30. But they are still good. They'll be really good in the protein ranch that I made out of cottage cheese. That cottage cheese is fat-free too. But yeah, I'm very excited for the chicken nuggets. And then you saw me make my burger patties for dinner. The reason why I put them in the 2 compartment containers is because once I microwave this, I usually eat my dinner before I get off work. So once I microwave the burger patties, I will put my barbecue sauce or my mustard or my sugar-free honey mustard over in this compartment for dipping. Or I might bring a pickle. Actually, I might have a pickle tonight because that sounds really good. But anyway, guys, before I get caught rambling too much, I am tired. And I'm really glad that I feel so successful starting out this Saving September challenge and working off of one grocery haul. I'd used exactly what I planned on using, and I feel like the volumes are going to be sufficient. I do have yogurts and protein shakes to fill in any cravings. But yeah, so anyway, leave that comment down below, you guys. Please make sure, if you haven't already, to like and subscribe. I'd love to have you. And let me know what you think of this week's meal prep, and please come back to see next week's. Anyway, thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!